Hello, everybody, and welcome to Doki Doki Blue Skies, episode number 6, 7, 8, 9. Episode number 9. What happened last time, you may be asking? Well, I will tell you. No one really expected the festival to end this way, and that's kind of what happened last time. No, but in all seriousness, the festival ended last time, and we could not expect it to end this way because a bunch of people were really rude and very inconsiderate. Inconsiderate. Yeah, inconsiderate. During our readings, people were talking, throwing wrappers on the ground, just very disrespectful stuff, And Natsuki just lost it. She went off on them, just saying like, "Hey, that's rude. Like, please." Like, stop existing. So that's kind of where we're at. Everyone's kind of in a weird down mood because of what happened. Anyway, let's get right into things. Markapi says ... So, that could have gone better. My attempt at humor falls flat, and I immediately regret speaking. Natsuki gives me a dirty look, but Sayori smiles wanly. Meanwhile, it looks like Monika's face has finally fallen. I don't understand. Where do we go so wrong, guys? We spent so long preparing for this, and after all our efforts. For the first time, that outgoing, confident Monika always seemed to radiate has snuffed out. She clearly cared a lot about this event, and I feel awful for her. I know... narrator voice. I know. I don't get it either. I thought you guys all did such a good job as well. The decorations, the recitals. I'm sorry, Monika. Don't worry about it, Markapi. It's not like it's your fault anyway. She smiles weakly at me. Glancing around, I notice that Yuri and Natsuki seem particularly upset, with Yuri looking absolutely dejected and Natsuki steaming mad. This is your fault, Monika! I told you this was a stupid idea! Man, can I curse yet? I'll give it a few more minutes before the YouTube gods decide my fate. Frick Natsuki. I'm just gonna say it, dude. Frick Natsuki. That's a very rude thing to say. Like, Monika's down, and then she goes and says this. Like, man, if you need any more reason to not like Natsuki, this is it right here. Just horrid. None of us were even that comfortable with doing it in the first place. Now look where it's landed us. Excuse me, my fault? You all agreed to do this. Pardon me for thinking it would actually go well. What's so wrong about that? We only agreed to do it because we felt like you were forcing us. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. Given everyone's low moods, an argument is the last thing we need. I didn't force anyone, Natsuki. You know how much this club means to me. I was just excited to show what we have to the rest of the school. Yeah, because that was such a good idea, wasn't it? I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, Oh, sorry. That's in Monika's voice. I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, Why can't you just try being positive for once in your life? Gee, it's funny you should say that because I'm really starting to get sick of your self-righteous know-it-all attitude. We told you this was a bad idea, but no! You just had to insist on this, even though no one was happy with it. It was for a reason. Look at how much Markapi enjoys it here. Is it really so unreasonable to think that we could have found someone else like him? I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just didn't feel like going back and reading. Or is it just too positive for you to even fathom? This is awful. The other students were bad enough, but now Monika and Natsuki are going for each other's throats. Look at how badly everyone was humiliated. How inconsiderate all of those. She struggles for a moment, her anger inhibiting her ability to speak. Those assholes were, to all of us. They didn't give a damn about anything we had to say. What did that one prick say? He was only here for the food? All of that hard work, just for what? Nothing. She angrily kicks one of the desks. The loud noise jolts Yuri, who looks up with tears in her eyes. Man, I coming to this episode, this is really somber. Man, fuck. Please, Natsuki, can you calm Don't tell me you're taking her side, Yuri. You had to experience the worst of it. I don't get why you're not mad either. Natsuki, there's no point in being angry at Monika. She didn't want this to happen. She had no idea people would react this way. It's bad enough sorry, can't read. It's bad enough that the students were rude, and I really don't like fighting inside the club itself. Yeah, but if Monika just listened to us when we said we weren't comfortable with the whole idea, this would never have happened. Monika sighs. This is the kind of conflict she generally leaves for Sayori to deal with. But in this case, Sayori looks too distraught to intervene. Look, what you're not understanding is that sometimes you just have to take risk. Sure, this didn't go well, but there was dude, this reading thing is not working out for me. But there was always a chance it would have ended like this, and we could have had new members. She turns to me. I mean, you of all people can understand that best, right, Markapi? You made the choice to come here. Look how much you enjoy it. Oh, don't try to suck up to him, Monika. Oh, please do. Please suck up to me. Face it, you never listen to us, your club members, or take our opinions into account. Tell me I'm not alone in thinking that, Markapi. Oh, great. Now I have to choose a side. I really don't want to do this. I desperately look at Yuri and Sayori, but both look too upset to want to get involved. So I guess that's going to be... Okay, this is obvious. Obvious that I'm angry at Natsuki because she messed up my vocal cords. Okay, even from... I know I'm biased, and like, Monika's obviously, like, objectively, in every capacity, a more attractive female, a better mate, in every sense of the word. Like, I even if I tried to take that bias out, which I can't, I'll admit it. In what universe, Monika is just trying to do her best. Like, man, fuck Natsuki. It's Monika all the way, boy. Something tells me this is going to make me very unpopular with Natsuki. I brace myself for what's going to come next. Natsuki, come on. You know better than I do that Monika loves this club. It's only natural she'd want to share it with the rest of the school. Ugh, seriously? You're actually taking her side? I can't believe this. No, it's not like that. I'm not taking her side. It's just... Just what? That's exactly what you're trying to do, Markapi. Don't try and backpedal. Natsuki, that's not what he's trying to say. He's just... Oh, of course you're jumping to his aid. Shut up, Monika! Monika looks furious, and for a moment I think Natsuki has finally gone too far. Oh man, she's gonna reach in that bag. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath, evidently trying to contain her anger. Wait, what? What is Monika doing with her hands? Is she signing jutsu? Okay, geez, Natsuki, don't you think she was a little out of order? Wait, don't you think that... geez, Natsuki, don't you think that was a little out of order? You didn't have to shout at her. What would you know? You haven't even been here for 5 days. Why is everyone making me out to be the bad guy here? Remember when Monika said she'd make sure people weren't going to be rude during our performances? Wow, congratulations. She sure did a fantastic job with that. I mean, it's not like anyone wolf whistled at Yuri or anything, was it? Some enforcer you were. Yeah, I still don't know what wolf whistled meant. I forgot to look it up last time. And I'm not going to. Maybe I will. Hey, if I'm editing this and I hear this, insert wolf whistling and what it is. If not, yeah, I did my best. Back to the story. Her bitter, sarcastic tirade continues on, each point worsening the atmosphere. I'm not the only one who can see this for what it is. It's just Monika trying to use the club to boost her popularity. Dude, Natsuki is so bitter. And it sickens me. You think we're all just, what, some sort of pawn for you? Explains why you don't even consider how reluctant we all were to do this, or why you let everyone just walk all over us. Natsuki, you're just being ridiculous now. Why would I want to hurt all of us? It's not exactly been easy on me either. Natsuki lets out a snort of derision. I don't know. You! What would you of all people know about life being hard? Monika blinks, looking like she's been slapped. It's easy for you, Monika. With your role as the queen of this school, everyone liking you, all that crap. You have such a perfect life and all. Never having to defend your interest. Never having anyone ridicule you for the things you like. I share classes with those assholes, you know, and you could bet they're going to have a lot of fun telling everyone else about how much of a loser we all are. And guess what? It's all because of you. I can practically hear the venom dripping from her words at this point. It's absolutely horrible. Face it! And this is the worst episode for my voice. And it's really sad too. Sayori would be a better president than you ever could be! And with that, a sickening silence falls onto the room once more. Dude, what? I don't know where the story is going to go from here, but I didn't expect it to go this way. This really took a turn for the worse. But this time, it's a million times worse. The fire in Natsuki's eyes is blazing, and quiet sobs can be heard from Yuri. Oh, she made Yuri cry. Unforgivable. No dignity. Get her out. Out! Sayori's miserably hugging herself, looking completely lost for words. Monika is wearing a stony expression on her face, looking both enraged and heartbroken. The whole club waits for her reply to the bombshell Natsuki just dropped on her. But without a word, Monika turns on her heel and walks out of the door, the impact of Natsuki's words hanging in the air behind her. No one knows what to say. For a few moments, the heavy silence remains. We all exchange looks. Yuri is meekly wiping her eyes on her sleeve, and Sayori is standing around awkwardly. Natsuki, on the other hand, is refusing to meet anyone's gaze. She looks like she's regretting her words a little bit. Aww. Usually Sayori's voice is so high-pitched, and I don't know how to do this with her sad voice. Guys, please, can we make sure that never happens again? It was awful. That was horrible to experience, to say the least. Without Monika to restore order and keep things going, the club suddenly feels very aimless and disorganized. Natsuki, I know you're angry, but can you please find Monika and apologize? But! Please, I know you're feeling a bit guilty over what you said. After all, you were a bit mean. Natsuki grumbles something under her breath. Nah, it's okay. I'll go and find Monika. No offense, Natsuki, but I don't think she'd particularly want to see you right now. I wince as the words leave my mouth. There's probably a more diplomatic way of saying it. Natsuki glares at me. Fine! As I turn to leave, I silently motion to Yuri and Sayori to try and talk to Natsuki. Sayori nods and Yuri nervously swallows. I wish Yuri would nervously swallow. Now, where would Monika go? She would probably want somewhere quiet where she could be by herself, right? Which rules out the classrooms, the courtyard, and the cafeteria. The only two places coming to mind are the girls' toilets, nice, or the rooftop. Well, I'm hoping it isn't the girls' toilets. I make my way over to the staircase that leads up to the top, thinking about how this conversation is going to go, as I take a drink of water. Will she even want to talk to me? She didn't even say anything as she left. Was she that upset? Although, given what Natsuki said, I really wouldn't blame Monika. Guess there's only one way to find out. Dude, I'm always nervous when it's someone going alone to the rooftop. Even if there's a gate up there, man, there's just getting some flashbacks here. There's a door at the top of the stairs, which opens out to the rooftop. First of all, this should be locked. The students should not be able to go to the rooftop. Captain Hindsight here. Bracing myself, I put my hand on the cool steel door handle and push the door open. Oh, it's really pretty up here, actually. Never mind, everyone should have access to this. Man, the view up here really is something. I shiver as the wind cuts through my blazer. It's a cold and desolate place, a fitting setting for what just happened. I look around and there she is, leaning slightly over the barriers at the edge of the rooftop, face turned away from me. Not a peep sounds from her, not even when the wind slams the door behind me closed. Monika? No answer. I slowly approach her, ho, making as little noise as possible in some illogical attempt to not scare her away. You, looked pretty upset, so I thought I'd come find you. I trail off, mentally berating myself at how weak that must have sounded. She stays completely still as I sidle up to her. That's a weird word. Leaning on the railing so that I can see her face. I don't know what I expected, but her expression is oddly calm. Monika? Beautiful view, isn't it? Yeah, you could say that. Is that the reason you came up here? It's part of it. On days like these, the wind and the eternally stretching blue sky make me feel like I can go anywhere. It feels freeing. There's something comforting in the possibility of getting swallowed up by that blue. Being able to simultaneously take control and lose control. Monika, well, I know that you're obviously not okay, but I'm not asking if you're okay to know if you're okay. I'm going to ask if you're okay so that you can choose to talk to me about whatever if you want to give you an opportunity to open up. So, are you okay? A thin smile appears on her face. Progress? That's sweet of you, Markapi. To be honest, I didn't expect you to have any tact at all. Me neither. Did you expect that I'd be crying up here? Contemplating suicide or something? And that's what I did predict. Don't worry, I wouldn't do it just because of the festival. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to cry it out. You know, I actually thought that I would cry at first, but maybe I'm all cried out. I guess I've come to terms with all the things that Natsuki said already. She says such weighty words so casually. What Natsuki said wasn't true, Monika. I think that you're a fantastic president. I hasten to try to give less empty words after she arches an eyebrow at me. And I'm not just saying that to cheer you up either. Remember what I said to you before the festival, during your little pep talk? She faintly nods. Well, I'm gonna reiterate it anyway because it's important you're aware of how much I mean it. Thank you. For everything. You took me in when I really needed it. Remember how I said earlier that I've been feeling lonely? She nods again. Well, that's how things have been for me recently. I haven't seen much of my parents lately, and most of my days I'd spend alone. All of that changed when I joined your club. You were all so friendly and welcoming. Not once did you ever turn me away because I wasn't a poet. I mean, between you and me, I know my my perms. All of my perms, I'm a hairstylist. Between you and me, I know my poems weren't the greatest. You have a lot of potential, Markapi. I did like your poems. Well, I'm glad you think so. But anyway, that's besides the point. You accepted me for who I was and was willing to help me. And more importantly, you've created something that 3 other girls hold dear to their hearts. Definitely the sign of a good president, if you ask me. Monika looks down for a moment as if composing herself, and then meets my eyes with a smile. Thank you, Markapi. It really means a lot. Like I said earlier, hearing all of this from a newcomer really does make me believe I've hit the goal I set for myself. All I wanted to do was create a little haven that people could call home, no matter their writing ability. Well, take it from someone who joined only a few days ago then. You've definitely succeeded. Also, had you not made this club, I would never have gotten to meet Yuri and Natsuki, or been able to hang out with Sayori again. Nor would I have gotten to get nor would I have gotten to get to know you better either. And that would have been a real shame, eh? I playfully nudge her, receiving a nudge back. This past week has probably been the happiest I've ever been in a long, long time. And that is all thanks to you. We share a smile, one that I'm now sure is completely genuine on Monika's part. I don't really know what to say. It's okay, seriously. I just wanted you to know how I felt. Anyway, Natsuki was a bit out of order with her words, but honestly, I don't think she meant it. I guess tensions were just running really high, and you know better than I do how fiery she can be. Yeah, I know she was really upset, but hearing those words, it hit pretty deep, you know? I tried telling myself not to take her words to heart because I knew she was just upset. But it was that line about Sayori being a better president. I don't know why it got under my skin so much. It was just spite. Oh, that's not my voice. It was just spite, Monika. People say awful things that they don't mean when they're upset. Sayori and Yuri are talking to her now, and I get the feeling she wants to apologize, but just doesn't know how to. Haha, well, that's definitely something Natsuki needs to work on. By the way, thank you for making the effort to find me. It really means a lot. I'm suddenly struck by the situation I'm in. Here I am, alone, with one of the most attractive, popular girls of the year, having a heart-to-heart. Probably a situation most other guys in the school would kill to be in. My face heats up a little as I process the heartfelt, rather vulnerable scene we're both in. You're welcome, Monika. Nothing to thank me for. I sheepishly scratch the back of my neck. We should go and find the others, though. Don't want them to worry or anything. We stand up and make our way back to the door. I hope so. It wasn't exactly nice to be told you have a perfect life and that you've never experienced any difficulties. As we make our way back to the club, I just hope Sayori and Yuri were able to talk some sense into Natsuki. The last thing we need is another argument. But the first thing we need is a drink. Fantastic. She's silent as we wordlessly make our way back to the classroom. We finally arrive. I squeeze her shoulder as she takes a deep breath and walks in. Oh, they're back! Wait, that's Sayori. They're back! Yuri and Sayori hurry over to us, looking worriedly at Monika. Meanwhile, Natsuki remains standing off to the side by herself, arms folded. Hey guys, I'm alright, really. Taking some time outside helped clear my head, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Not to mention, Markapi was a real help too. I'm relieved. It was frightening. It was a frightening prospect to consider losing our club president. Yeah, and now that everyone's calmed down, we can talk things out. Natsuki, why don't you come join us? Oh, fine. She drags her feet as she makes her way over to us. I notice Monika fidgeting with the hem of her skirt and smile reassuringly at her. Okay, so I'm here. Natsuki's eyes dart up to meet Monika's just for a second. So, There's an awkward silence as Natsuki's voice trails away. Sayori raises her eyebrows at her, causing the smaller girl to return with a glare. I think what Natsuki means to say is that she just said all those things in the heat of the moment. A crime of passion, as it were. Hey, geez, I can speak for myself, okay? She says that, but... Alright, I'm just going to get this over with. What I wanted to say was that I didn't mean it when I said that you were a bad president. I mean, I guess it's pretty clear that you care a lot about the club. Sayori nods vigorously at her, egging her on. It's just that those jerks pissed me off so much that I blurted out random things and needed to vent. Well, I won't lie. It does seem like you always get special treatment because you're so popular, Monika. But then again, I wouldn't know what you have to go through. You're on a totally different level from the rest of us. Natsuki. Anyway, that's all I guess. I've always seen you as a friend, and I hope that you'll still be able to see me as one too. There's tension in the air, once again, as we anxiously wait for Monika's response. Natsuki shifts back and forth on her feet, looking like she almost wants to run away from the scene. Thank you for saying that. I'm not going to lie either. Your comment doubting my presidency hurt. It's definitely not true, though. You're a great president, Monika. Yeah, you brought us all together. Without you, we wouldn't have become friends, and I wouldn't have been introduced to the world of poetry. I agree. It's an amazing feeling to be able to talk to like-minded individuals. Yeah, as far as presidents go, we could definitely do worse. And so what if you nudged us into the festival? I guess it's only normal for the president of all people to want the club to grow. Thanks, guys. I guess that's after all that. I have no choice but to accept Natsuki's apology, eh? I mean, it'd be really great if you could. That's certainly an understatement. We all turned to look at Yuri, surprised at the glimpse of a humorous side to her. Did I say something strange? Oh, Yuri, you're so funny. I let out a breath I've been subconsciously holding. It seems like everything's turned out well in the end, or at least as well as they can, given the circumstances. Okay, everyone. And with that catchphrase, everything seems all right in the world once again. I totally forgot to mention this, but we still need to clean everything up. I'm sure that with all of us working together, though, it won't take long to do. I'm assuming everyone's just going to skip the festival and go home after this. I'm pretty tired after all that stuff that just happened. As am I. Same here. I wish I could leave too, but I have a shift in my class's cafe after this. It's alright though. Everyone get moving though so you can all go home. Everyone starts cleaning up the room, myself included. Yuri and Natsuki start packing up the essential oils setup and cupcake trays, respectively. Meanwhile, Sayori, Monika, and I pick up everything left on the grounds and desks. It's like we're erasing all trace that the festival ever happened in here. Although, I can't help but think that there's still lingering tension in the air, despite Monika's cheery expression. I have a feeling that Monika might just be putting the club before herself in this case. But the only thing I can do now is hope that everyone will be better tomorrow. It'll be pretty nice to get home from school early for a change and be able to relax. Although, now that I think about it, I really only have anime and video games to look forward to. I guess that everything that's happened today is going to be plaguing my mind tonight. Let's go write a poem after experiencing all that hardship. Gosh, this cute transition gets me every time. I'm not gonna lie, that scared the shit out of me. Kind of want to end the episode here. Morning already, question mark. I groans, I fumble for the alarm clock. We're gonna end it here. It seems like a good stopping point. Like, if I go farther, it's just gonna be like, oh, I forgot everything that just happened, like, 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to end it there. That was a kind of a sad episode, but I thought it was kind of funny because I messed up a lot, which is funny for all of you to watch me not be able to read my native tongue. So that's pretty epic. Anyway, go ahead and do me 4 favors. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, help me find a girlfriend. And bye-bye.